starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Burnley's Virtual Tour Live. We are live on tour talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac. Y'all, can somebody tell me why I felt like my throat went into my soul with this episode? Because it was just so much with this. So let's get to it. Higher is waiting, low is available, but either way, we gotta go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. Ooh, I hope y'all ready for this after show review. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Yo, let's get to it. First of all, just want to say this. This episode was probably the peak episode of emotionality in this season. Like, more than Nevis. And that's saying something, because a lot went down in Nevis, okay? Just giving it a buck. Let's get to it. So it starts off where it picks up right after the party, picks up from the party, rather. And it is World Pride Day still, and there's a pride parade. And Stacy and Chris, they were seeing each other. And Monique, very mature perspective, said, well, I would assume that he's dating. And I thought that was kind of messy on Keiana's part. It's just like, y'all, why are y'all hung up about it? Like, okay, if Timo and Stacy were separated, divorced, what have you, and they were cool with it, and Chris was cool with it, and everybody knew about it, then what's the point, right? It just is what it is, I mean, what if Ashley Darby got into a situation where she knew somebody, right? I mean, would it be fair for Ashley Darby to date somebody new? Just asking a question. So then we get into rubbing Gisele's behind, and Tia can rub it because Gisele actually likes Tia. Stacy tries to rub Gisele's behind and cannot rub it, right? Stacy is sexually attracted to Ashtop, which is the male version of Ashley. I'm like, so we got Karen attracted to Ashtop, we got Stacy attracted to Ashtop, and we got Tia attracted to Ashtop. What is going on? I'm just like, what the hell? What? Mm-hmm. So I thought that was hilarious. So then after that, Angel, asked about a question about social impact and, the cannabis line, or the gummy line rather, right? So that gets brought up, right? And, Angel asked about social impact, and Stacy has some energy for Angel. And my thing was this, right? I didn't think it was a rude question from Angel, you know what I mean? But I think Angel just got to read the room and just kind of let the topic breathe, right? That's just how I felt about it, truly. I don't think Angel's a bad person. I think that this is her first season on reality TV, and she's trying to find her sea legs, as they say. And like I said, the reviews and recaps, if, Phaedra Parks can lie, right, and Kenya Moore can do Revenge P on national television, then Angel can come back. And on top of that, if Sweet Tea, Dr. G's new wife, can be a part married to medicine with Quad, the ex-wife, then Angel could come back, right? So, I mean, the chairwoman of Bravo just recently said that, Kenya Moore and Nene Leakes can come back to Bravo. Now, I would probably have Nene over Kenya Moore any day of the week because Kenya Moore did Revenge. I don't give a damn what Team Twirl says. Team Twirl believes that Revenge P is okay to do with other people, and they believe that Revenge P is cool to do on them. That's how I see Team Twirl at this point. For real. So that's neither here nor there. So then we get to the GNA flow. So that is Gisele and Ashley's athleisure wear line, right? So it was clothing line, then athleisure, and now booty club nightwear from Gisele, right? And so Ashley gets into the history about how she's come out as, bisexual. So she came out to her grandma when she was little. Then the next time she came out was 14 years old. And now not Gisele, but Ashley and grandma are now good. So grandma's into Ashley's business all the time, which is nice to see a progressive person, right? It's nice to see that. So Monique and Gisele are good, actually. They're sitting down at the table at the spot, and they're having a good exchange. And listen, I'm open to Monique. She still did what she did, but also too, it's 2025, and so he or she has to sit cast the first time. So I'm giving Monique a chance. Okay, giving Monique a chance. I'm giving Monique a chance. So with that being said, when it came to Monique being done with the marriage, it was her 6 month old that she had when she couldn't deal anymore with Chris. And so then the guys are listening hard. I mean, they listen hard. You hear me? They're like, tell us more. Girl, they were listening hard. Do you hear me? So Monique said that the straw that broke the camel's back, because Tia asked that question. Monique said that whenever he would want something, he would be good, but then he would revert back to being the same old Chris and being nonchalant, non-complacent, and not caring. And Monique said that Chris would never enter Monique again. I'm like, oh my Lord, not enter? That was deep. And here's the thing. When you first hear never enter again, you think sexually, right? But the way that I saw that and thought about it was, I think that just meant I'm not going to enter, that he's not going to enter into my life anymore. That's what I sincerely thought with that, right? So I thought that was quite an interesting statement, but hey, that is her truth. You know what I mean? So I thought that was quite interesting. So with that being said, then we get to Angel. So Angel and Bobby are house hunting, and I feel like, could we get like I don't know, how has there ever been like a crossover? Because I know like selling, I think they have real estate, reality shows on Bravo. Can there be like a crossover of that, or can there be like a Real Housewives, House Hunters crossover HGTV and Bravo? I'm just wondering, right? So apparently Angel and Bobby want to be bi-coastal. They've been saying that before, but they have a house in Colorado and they want to have a home in Maryland because they both were born and raised in Maryland. And basically they have been seeing 20 plus more houses, right? And it took them 4 years in Colorado to find their dream home. 4 years. Now, we usually sometimes, well, not usually, but sometimes we do bring these virtual tour house tours. So let's look right now. Let's go to Zillow.com and let's look at Potomac, Maryland live. Let me do that. Potom, Potomac. Maryland homes. Okay, so I'm about to pull up Potomac, Maryland right now, so you guys can see what we got going on here. So here is Potomac, Maryland. You got 321 homes. We're going to go from high to low, right? Okay. So this home right here, right, is $24 million. And yes, we are literally doing this in the middle of the show. So this home is $24,900,000. 5 beds, 12 baths, 25,119 square feet. Okay. So this is in Potomac, Maryland. Okay, it looks like you're pulling up to the Bridgerton mansion. I mean, look at that long driveway. Long driveway. There's your pool area. Beautiful backyard. Look at the pool. That's a nice pool. You know how Donkey says, I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder. I like that pool. That is a nice pool. Got your staircase, so this can be for outdoor party use. Looks like a balcony almost. And it is a balcony. Now that's a view to wake up to in the morning. 24 million. This is a pretty big home. Oh my God. All unfurnished, so you can make it do what you can make it do what it want to do. The floors, it looks like they're marble. And you got some hardwood floors here. It's very open and vast, so this is what we call staging. So this is what your home could look like. Now, see, wallpaper I'm not usually a fan of, but this type of wallpaper, this time period wallpaper, I'm here for it. It gives the room its distinction. Plus, you have the copper faucets there, the copper handle and the copper faucet. This is very nice, I gotta tell you. Now that is a Hell's Kitchen in your home. Good Lord Jesus. Listen, that's an industrial kitchen. Like, you could actually like have a business. Good Lord Jesus. Man. Wait, go back. You see this fridge? How much food would you need for this fridge? Like, to actually fill it up? Like, for real. For real. Wow. Little mini balcony. Now, I don't know what this room is. All this is the master bedroom. Okay, it just looks so empty. Wow, okay. Here's your master bath. Okay, we are in the world of Oz. Going to the western sky. It's Cynthia Erivo's fault. And of course, you got an Emerald City fireplace. Of course you would. Of course, darling. Of course. Yes, indeed. Here. So yeah, we still got more, show to review. I'm just looking, at some Potomac homes because Bobby and Angel took about 4 years. So I just want to. That's the theater. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 TVs. Movie theater room. Oh my God. Potomac, I see you. Potomac. I see you. This is a very nice home. All secluded and everything. That's a very nice home. It looks like you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 car garage. Is this supposed to be the guest house? Because there's a staircase here. What is going on here? Got your basketball court there. Oh, this must be the guest house right here. This must be it. Okay. Very nice home. $24,900,000. If you got the money, you can get it. Okay. We'll look at this home and one other home, and then we're gonna move on. This one here is $10,500,000, 6 beds, 10 baths, 13,448 square feet. Okay, now listen, Bobby and Angel, this don't look too bad. And I don't know what their price point is, y'all. So I'm being facetious when I'm speaking about the price of homes and everything. Okay, technology is technology, so give it a moment. Okay, here we go. Front entrance there. Got your fire pit there. Got a slide and pool. Got your basketball court right there. Tennis court right there. Ooh! And this is in Potomac? Oh, yeah. Now, I know what you're thinking, Bray. You usually want like Paisley. But I'm like, it's not bad. I would update it a lot, but I like how it's centered. I mean, the colors match and it's a cohesive thing for that room. And I like the doors, too. Those are nice. This is a nice sitting room. Of course, you got your office there. You want that to be your office. The wine, ladies and gentlemen, the bar. This is nice. Bobby Angel could get this one right here. This $10,500,000. This is very, very nice. Dining room there. Now that's a huge sitting room. Your bathroom upstairs. Now that is a baby's room of peace. Okay, if I've ever seen one. This looks like a bedroom. Never seen a bed quite put together like this, but okay. Another bedroom. I think this is the master. Closet. All those are built in. Wait, those are shampoos. Yeah, I was about to say those are shampoos there, but you got your shower and cloth tub. You got double sinks and the TV. Oh man, that's a nice man's closet. That's very nice. Listen, if I had the money, I would move to Potomac and buy this house. I absolutely would. Yep, sure would. And you got the basketball court indoors. And you got this out here too if you want to do tennis or multi-purpose. Now that one's a nice one. I like that one. Angel Bobby, you get this one. Now, of course, I can't get any commission, but you can mention on the show. Brain Lee showed us a home virtually on his show, Virtual Tour Live. Brain Lee's Virtual Tour Live, rather. Now, this is the last one that we're going to roll on. $8,490,000, 7 beds, 9 baths, 13,746 square feet. And this is in Potomac, Maryland, Bethesda, Maryland. Here we go. Got the gate. Okay, got the gate. Entry. Love the tactile and tactile door there. Wow, that's a welcome. Okay, that's a welcome. Office. Very smooth home. Living room there. Got your pool out there, of course. Now, this is actually still for $8,490,000. This is actually nice. Kitchen. Very nice. Now, that chandelier is cool. I like that. I really do. It looks like it's Sprite on the inside. And I know that sounds like a kid thing to say, like, it looks like Sprite. But it does look like Sprite, y'all. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Bedroom. Staircase. Yes, indeed, there. Okay, that's an interesting bathroom. Looks like a spa. Oh, my Lord. The pool table. I will have to have that. That would be my Uno table. Yes, I said Uno. I don't know how to play spades. Don't at me. Okay, listen. But I like the simplicity of the space. Huge workout room for Bobby. Come on now, listen. not a realtor. I'm just like touring homes virtually from time to time on YouTube. Movie room, elevator, very nice. Another bedroom with a fireplace in it. Okay. Looks like that's another bedroom, bathroom. Oh yeah, you could do some things. You could do some things. You could do some things in the shower. Yes, you could. Anyway, rolling on closet. Yes. Mhm. Bedroom. I love having fun with y'all. Yes, indeed. All the kids' room. Yes, indeed. That's nice. Washer and dryer. The pool area. Now, I love the simplicity of that. Got your shade there. Oh, looks like it's a waterfall. Okay, cool. Very nice. Of course, you can grill out here. Now, this actually is a steal for this price, for real. That's not bad at all. There it is there. And so, oh, look at right there, Potomacville Shopping Center right there. You got the country club, 9 miles to downtown DC, mall there. So you're very close to everything. You're very close. All right. So there it is there. Now, Angel Bobby, if y'all like any of those homes, listen, they're on Zillow.com and you're welcome. All right, let's roll on. Let's roll on here. All right. So with that being said, there was the catfish conversation and that Wendy threw in sauce. It was Gisele that said that you were a catfish. Now, did Wendy add some energy to that? Yes, she did. But in the same token, like everybody else was there, responding as well. So then we got Gisele, Ashley, Tia, and Keiana, right? And Grace, everybody's loving Grace. That is Gisele's and Jamal Bryant's daughter. And Grace gave the cutest nickname to Tia. She said, "Can I call you English Muffin?" I thought that was so cute. Like you're like a muffin. You have a very good flavor to you, but you're very proper, and I like that. By the way, I will say this: congratulations to Gisele and Robin. That's right. I'm not saying regular Robin. I'm saying Robin. Congratulations, because you guys have made 10 million downloads of Reasonably Shade. Now, even though I say what the fuck I say, like y'all say what the fuck y'all say on y'all shady podcasts that ain't reasonably not here, there, or anywhere, I will always give credit, reverence, and respect to people who are achieving good things in the world. I will always do that. So I have to give it to y'all. 10 million downloads is a very, very huge thing. So, not to mention, too, they've been nominated for an NAACP Image Award and is one of the top Black Effect podcasts in the Black Effect network from Charlamagne the God. So that's a huge deal. So congratulations to Robin and to Gisele, right? So with that being said, Cookie calls Keiana. And apparently, as Keiana and Cookie are talking, Chris Samuels is calling Cookie. And apparently, Chris heard that he was bad at sex and he treated Monique like a piece of meat. And apparently, Stacy called Chris to tell Chris what happened. And apparently, we learned that Cookie does not like Stacy. And I will give Gisele her credit on this. She said, after sharing a vulnerable moment with us, you go back and tell Chris what happened. That wasn't cool. I will agree with Gisele when she's right. That ain't often. Hardly ever. Really never. But in this situation, I will agree with her on that. So then you have Wendy and Monique. This is their actual first meeting because both of them came on at the same time during season 5, and then Monique did what she did to Candace, got her off of the show by her own demise. But she's back, and during the time Wendy said that you came after my friend, so I'm not gonna reach out to you. But she did reach out after some time because people can change. I will grant you that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that don't mean I'm forgetting shit. You know what I mean? But hey, Monique says that, forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. I fully agree with that. I think that's a very positive mindset to have. Um, and then the last time that Karen and Wendy ever, talked was Karen talked to Ish about Wendy allegedly. And at the reunion, Karen did not thank Wendy. And I will say, even though I love Karen, that was wrong. Now we don't know if there was anything that happened behind the scenes between Karen and Wendy, but I did believe that that was wrong for Wendy to, be 10 toes down for you, and you knew that that was not cool. And so Monique, um, knows Cookie. So Karen met Cookie through Monique. And Cookie rather, I'm saying she was Chuck Brown's daughter, which was a lie. And Monique said the new people seem a bit passive. And I will just say this, Monique. I would say give them love, grace, and space because you was new at one point in time. And people, made space for you. Even to the point where when you got fired off of Bravo because of what you did, people were still wanting you back when nobody really ever wanted you back, right? But new dawn, new day, new energy, right? So I would just say give the new people a chance because somebody had to give you a chance, right? So with that being said, Monique doesn't really talk to Cookie because Cookie would say mean things and disparaging things and not true things about Monique. And then when it came to, Stacy, that energy was weird. So Monique said to Wendy, take a step back from Stacy. So speaking of Stacy, we get to Stacy now. So Stacy and Timo are with their daughter Arabella, and Arabella's at a swimming class, and it's dry now, but it's raining. And Stacy is warming up Timo, but can't warm him up too much because kids are there. I'm like, Stacy, child, you a twig. Twigs make temporary campfires. Thick women make permanent fireplaces. Okay, stop that shit. Stop it. You ain't warming shit up. Now, maybe are you creating a little heat? Sure, but you ain't warming nothing up. So then Tia shows up, and Stacy says Timo is hesitant to meet the other women after what's been said. Now, of course, that's understandable, right? But I think the problem is, right, you do not want, after what you went through last season where you had TJ who didn't even want to sleep with you at this point, and you have now your ex-husband where it's a space where you can't bring nobody around because of what you went through, right? So that's just my take on it. So Tia asks, if there can be, a three, can be a dinner with Eddie, Wendy, Tia, her husband Rob, and Stacy and Timo. So Timo has to fly out the next day, right? Now I want you to keep that in mind because it's going to be important later on. So then, Stacy asked can be a threesome, right? If this, that, and the third can happen. And, Tia does not believe Stacy about the Chris Samuel situation. And, Stacy said that she'll be transparent if Gisele brings her man around. You might as well just stay in the house and never come out the house. Or, well, you can't do that because you got to go get food and pay bills and this, that, and the third, even though you can, paying bills, you can do that virtually. But either way, you still got to live a life, right? But you waiting on somebody else to do something, yeah, you're going to be waiting a long time. So that transparency, I don't know, especially with you. Can you ask Gisele be transparent when you have been transparent? Just saying. So then we get to Gisele, and Grace has been in college for some years, and she's at FAMU. Shout out to FAMU at HBCU. We love our HBCUs around here. Don't forget about HBCU Aware Fest, which, by the way, will be March 26th of 2026 at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. So go support that great event. It's supposed to be the biggest HBCU fundraiser. So please support that. We love our HBCUs around here. So Grace is working with Brant during the summer, and Brant says that the weather's going to be 10 degrees less with a breeze, and Robin will not be coming because she feels a way about how she left the show. Here's the thing, child. You got onto everybody else's business and you lied about your own business, and because of that, you got fired. You were the cause of your own demise, just like Monique was, right? So, and not to mention too, like, Robin doesn't have a lot of wins in life. You know what I mean? And listen, these are not my words. Karen said, she doesn't get a lot of wins. So, I'm quoting Karen Huger. But sincerely, to make it to 10 million downloads and to be nominated for an NAACP Image Award and to be one of the top podcasts on the Black Effect Network, that's a huge deal. I would think you would put aside how you feel about the show and be there for Gisele if she's your homegirl, right? That would just be my opinion. Like, yeah, it is what it is, but this is my platform with my best friend. And Gisele doesn't feel good about it. And I do feel bad for Gisele. Also slightly. Like that much. Because they're still going to be unreasonably shady. They will never be reasonably shady, right? They're just shady. But still, that's a huge accomplishment, right? And she also was trying to think about, she wanted to uninvite Stacy because of what happened with Chris Samuels and giving that information out, that private information that Monique talked about. So then we get to Tia, right? Tia and her husband Rob, Wendy and Eddie, they are on a double day. It was supposed to be a threesome day, but it was a double day instead. So Tia and Rob have known each other since 1998. They've been together for 17 years, and Wendy and Eddie have been together for 14 years. So in September, it'll be the 5th year for Tia and Rob. Now, Rob is from Chicago, and Tia would like to go, but Rob said Tia will not make it in Chicago. My Lord Jesus. And then we find out that Tia said that the safest person for, Stacy is Tia. And Wendy feels a way about that because it's like, wait a minute, Tia is more safe than me, somebody that's defended you. We've been through things. Okay. So then Tia is lying, not Tia, but Stacy is lying about Timo flying out the country versus not being ready for intro. So Wendy calls Stacy, right? And Stacy regrets Timo being Tia. And it's just like, child, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but Ashley Darby was right. You lied. You lied. You lied. Do you hear me? You lied. And when y'all find out a little bit later, the circumstances of Tia and Stacy meeting up, you're going to be livid because I was livid for Tia. Okay? And I wanted to bring the Arkansas out of me. Tia is too proper. Okay? But she's got bite to her. So then Gisele, said, the catfish thing, but Wendy is translating it, but you don't have a problem with the person who said this is talking about Angel. I will agree with that part. Like, you gotta take it to the person who said it. So then we're at the Reasonably Shady event. 10 million downloads, like I said, nominated for NAACP Image Award, one of the top podcasts on the Black Effect Network. Keiana, Gisele, and Tia are there. They're talking about Stacy. And Sharice is there. So Sharice, she seems to be doing well. So Rob has an idea for a podcast, and then there's a gift that Gisele has been using. So Gisele and Angel have a conversation. It seems like they're good, but Angel says that her and Wendy have a new cool nature or something like that. And I'm about to look that up live right now because I don't know what that is. Even Gisele was like, can somebody give me the definition of that? And I'm just typing it in. Okay, so when I typed it in, or when I copy and pasted it, it brought up NyQuil nature. So Angel, if you can get some context, conjecture, and connection beautiful on what that word means, we will all appreciate it. You know what I mean? So, but basically, it's not a good vibe between Wendy and Angel, right? So then there's this guy named Wale who was on Love Hotel, which is a show I did not review, but it was with Gisele, Ashley, Countess Luann, and I think one other person. And so basically brought flowers to Gisele for Robin, which isn't Robin married still, allegedly? I mean, is Juan with the person that is Juan with the person that person looked better than Robin? Is he with her or is he still with Robin? We don't know. But Ashley was like, I really thought about you. I really thought about posting you on my Instagram. Like, hey, you are just as fake as your gold teeth. I'm like, damn. So then Wendy and Stacy arrive, and then Vivian and Stacy talk. And you know what, Stacy, I don't know what it is with you, but child, you blame everybody else for your problems except you. It's like, hello, hi, you, the problem is you. Like, I didn't see Vivian be shady at all. Like, Vivian seems like a lovely person. From what I have seen, I don't know her personally, but from what I've seen, she seems lovely. So then, we have Gisele, and she's, gathering everybody and talking about the big announcement. And Wendy, you are so shady. She said, wait a minute, not that we came to see the Supremes, but we want to see Diana Ross. Where's your backup singer, Robin? I'm like, you know what? You are just, oh my God, you just so wrong. So then Jazzy is in wedding gear in her confession. Live your best life, Jazzy. Hi, badass. Live your best life. So then Cookie arrives, right? Cookie arrives. And, Stacy is flip-flopping, right, of what happened, right, of, Tia meeting Timo, right? So basically, Tia got up at 5 o'clock in the morning to meet Stacy and Timo. And basically, Tia said that you were lying, and you are lying, and I heard things about you, but I tried to give you a fair shot, and you flip-flopped on me. And Tia said, don't let the accent fool you. And Stacy did this fake clap, like, bravo, bravo. And Stacy, that was fucking rude. Once again, I'm with Gisele, which is hardly never happening over here. But once again, in this instance, so Gisele's been right 2 times in this episode. I think that's a record. Ain't gonna happen again, but it's a record. So with that being said, I agreed with Gisele that was just wrong. You did lie. You said that Timo was gonna fly out the next day, but then you switch it up and said that it wasn't the right time for an introduction. So the fact that Tia got up at 5 a.m., be lucky I wasn't her damn husband, because I would have been pissed the fuck off at you my damn self. 5 o'clock in the morning, and my wife could have been resting at the house. She could have been doing what she wanted to do, get her day going, but she took time out to give a fuck about you. And so then Cookie versus Stacy, that happens. And Keiana brings up the fact about, Stacy calling Chris and Cookie, getting the message. And, Cookie said that, Wendy said that Cookie would trash Monique. That's what Wendy said, because remember, Wendy and Monique had their conversation. And Stacy kept pointing at Cookie. And Cookie said, you better get that finger out my face. And Stacy was like, well, I'm going to move over here so I can point to where I'm at. I'm just like, y'all, like, accomplishments are huge. Now, even though I can't stand Robin and Gisele for how they portray themselves on TV, this is a huge moment. Why are we doing this at an event that's got 10 million downloads of their podcast? And no ACP Image Award nominees, like one of the top podcasts of the Black Fat Network. Like, read the room. And then Cookie said, you need to take a bath at your funky ass, Stacy. and then it was Keiana versus Stacy, and Keiana had some bite to her, and Keiana said, "I never let you around my husband." Stacy said, "You don't have one," and Wendy did. Ooh, now Wendy, I know you and Keiana are not in the best space, but you have not heard Keiana out. Okay, you laughed at her when she had something to say, and honestly, you even looked in the camera. Broke the fourth wall when Stacy brought up her gummy line, right? And you were like, bullshit. So that was not cool. That was uncouth, and that was disrespectful as fuck, Wendy. Okay? And we just learned that you and Eddie have 40 different aliases and personalities and credit cards and shit. A lot of people have said that you should not have went to BravoCon, so stop that shit. Keiana had every right to say what needed to be said. And not to mention, too, Ashley Darby, once again, has logic of that Stacy's a liar. And there it is. So that is your Real Housewives of Potomac Season 10, Episode 8 after show review. We're going to take a little commercial break, and we'll be back with more Brandley's Virtual Tour Live. Right after this, we are live on tour. Like I'm just subscribed. We'll be back right after this moment.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Braille only got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braille only's got the soul to show you. Scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braille only's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. So clear, the pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braille Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braille Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand, and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power, to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be, Braille Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth, we're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done our way with Braille Lee. Spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
Introducing the greatest escape in the Caribbean, the island you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Great Life on Great Stirrup Cay. This is the greatest pool you've ever seen life, 28,000 square feet of it, and the epic water park life. It's where you can truly experience the whoa life and the floating through paradise life. It's time to escape to a mind-blowing, sky-high tower of water slides and the Here We Go life. Escape to the One More Please Wherever You Please life and kick it into high gear. Escape to where you can kick back and relax. The great life is waiting. Escape to the incredible new Great Stirrup Cay, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
I'm loving it.
Love y'all right back. Welcome back into Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. One thing to know and two things for sure. You never know what's going to happen when we're live on tour. So I wanted to bring this up. Now, I don't know if anybody remembers this person, but this was, a deep cut, right? But this person, Gigi here, was an ex-best friend, right? And right here. Chris, sorry, right here. Let me pull up the image of the new tab so you guys can see what it is right here. Monique Samuel's ex-BFF Gigi says their friendship fell apart after she told her husband she was too friendly with her trainer on a night out. And then you guys remember the baby or no baby thing that happened, right? That was a huge thing with Gisele and everybody, la-di-da-di, everybody that wants to talk with your girl. Well, as we're live on tour, I get a notification from a content creator. Y'all, let's look at this. Y'all, here we go. Everything's alleged in our opinion for entertainment purposes only.
So it looks like Monique Samuels from Real Housewives of Potomac is going public with her new man. So he is the former co-host. Remember when Monique was on the Good Morning Show on WPGC? Well, her former co-host Jason Weems, I guess this is the guy that she's going public with, and he's like licking all on her and stuff. I was like, oh, okay. She's showing videos of her in the car with him while he sleep and stuff, The only thing is, I think allegedly he might be married, because shout out to the neighborhood talk. They say social users believe Jason may be separated or divorced due to a woman claiming to be his wife, not posting about him since mid to late 2024. She says, I am emotional, right, or divorced due to...
Now, right here, just want to bring this up, may be separate or divorced due to a woman claiming to be his wife, not posted about him since mid to late 2024, right? So even though separate or divorced, still right here, today is my 15th wedding anniversary, but I had no intention to post anything because marriage requires an effort that I don't believe social media contains the emotional intelligence to appreciate.
Due to a woman claiming to be his wife, not posting about him since mid to late 2024. She says, I am emotional right now. Today is my 15th wedding anniversary, but I had no intentions of posting anything because marriage requires an effort, and I don't believe social media contains the emotional intelligence to truly appreciate it. So, yeah, I guess you guys saw that. So, as you guys know, she filed for divorce from Chris Samuel. So, this is her speaking about why she got a divorce.
Once I started doing some deep digging.
So that's pretty much the tea right there. I think that if I skip to the end here,
and that does a lot of damage to feel want to
yeah, that's basically it.
ourselves. I
So
feel like
just wanted to bring that up. Like I said, that's the tea as of right now. So yeah, so interesting development there. Very interesting, very interesting. And like I said, everything's alleged in our opinion for entertainment purposes only. So we don't know for sure, but that's the tea that's going on right now. And like I said, if he is still married now, Neighborhood Talk said that he may be separated or divorced. But if she, the ex-wife, has not, made do with the paperwork and everything, then that means he's still a married man. And like I said, everything's alleged in our opinions for entertainment purposes only, but still, you know what I mean? So just wanted to bring that up. I saw that notification. I'm like, all right, let's talk about it since we're talking about Potomac. Real Housewives of Potomac, that is. So a couple more minutes here, and then I will go ahead and get off. Like I said, I already did the Daily Mower during the 6 p.m. show. Please go watch that show. That was a great show for sure. And of course, if you need to catch up on any more Bravo news, of course, we talked about this morning, the Brittany Edie lawsuit versus Bravo this morning, and we went through it all, everybody. Yes, we did. So yeah, a lot going on in the world today for sure. So yeah. So yes, indeed. So yeah, a lot going on right now. I'm publishing the shorts from the live now, and then of course there's some other shorts that I have to download and then upload. But you guys will get those shorts this week. So yes, indeed, there. So yeah. So all good in the neighborhood. Hey, 2 people, welcome in. Okay, bye, 2 people. All good. Either way, glad to have you here. Thanks for stopping by at least. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, everybody. I'm just gonna pretty much just round it up to the hour, and then I'm gonna cut my camera off and then just chill here for a little bit and then get ready to chillax. So 3 shows one day. 3 shows one day. That's what I meant to say. But the only reason why it was 3 shows today was because of the Milagro Grams Megan Thee Stallion trial, right? And like I said, we should begin a verdict tomorrow. So depending on what's going on, if there is a verdict, we will go with that, right? That'll be our main show at 6:00. And of course, I still got the Braxton's review to give y'all too. So yeah, I may get that to y'all Wednesday because this is the season, because it was the season finale already aired. So just gotta catch up on episode 8, and then we will be done with the Braxtons over here. Okay, so Braxtons are done. Then now we have is Potomac, Ready to Love, and then Married to Medicine is coming up on the 30th. So we'll be reviewing Ready to Medicine as well. So content galore over here. So yes, indeed, all good stuff. And of course, Thanksgiving's coming up, so I gotta get ready for that. You have to get ready for that too. And so if you guys don't see a show on Thursday, because normally I don't go live on Thursdays, unless it's something in the culture that we talk about. But if I don't go live on Thursday, happy Thanksgiving to everybody who celebrates Thanksgiving. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, then hell, just a gathering for family and friends. You know what I mean? So try to respect all, entities over here. And we all know that it was the Indians that founded this land, not Christopher Columbus. Know your history. Okay? Whew, my Lord. Look at my notifications here. Nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing new. By the way, I do want to mention this. Sir Davis has been named the best new product 2025 by the Spirit Business Awards. So congratulations to Beyonce on that. So just a little positivity for you there as we get ready to end the show. So I always love being able to bring you something positive. Because have you seen the world today? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, last minute, and then I will cut off my camera, and then we will be done with the show. So I hope you guys enjoyed the full after show review show, and yes, indeed. So we're just gonna keep chugging along, one tour at a time. That's how we do over here. So yeah, good stuff. And like I said, if you missed our Wicked Sunday, please go back and watch it. We talked about the potential for Wicked 3. You know, some people are like, no, it's done. It's 1 and 2, Bray. That's it. I know. But there are some possible pitches for Wicked 3 that we talked about, so please tune into that. And then, of course, we also talked about how Wicked could come to Epic Universe. Plus, Alphabet coming over to More Dark Universe. So please tune into those streams as well. A lot of content for you catching on over here. So, hey, Phil, good to see you. Good, sir. I'm about to turn on my camera here because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Good to see you. I did see the link. I was just getting ready to do my show over here, so I was not ignoring the link. Just making it do what it do over here. So yeah, if y'all are still up, I'll probably come in for at least a little bit. I know I said y'all, but those are my theme park brothers there, so I'll probably go over and chill out with them for probably maybe 10 or 15 minutes or so, and then just chillax for the rest of the night. But yes, indeed. So all good stuff. All good, my friend. All good. Are y'all still like on that link or no? Are y'all done? My Lord. Just chillaxing here, everybody. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So yes, indeed. So yeah, we're just chillaxing, everybody, making it do what it do. Let's see here. Phil, are y'all still using that link, or are you guys done for the night? Shout out to the two people here. No, I know that. I'm saying the link that you created, are you and Florentin still in that link or no? Or is that link done? And hey, four people, welcome in. We're just chillaxing over here. Yes, indeed. This morning, for those of you, if you're wondering what happened today on this channel, we talked about the Brit Edie lawsuit against Bravo. We talked about that live this morning at 11 a.m. Then at 6 p.m., we talked about the Megan Thee Stallion Milagro Graham's trial. And then right now, we just got done talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 10, Episode 8 after show review. So yes, indeed. So yeah. Like I said, I really do try my very best when it comes to like these reality shows, is to give love, grace, and space to each show. Like, here's the thing: Ready to Love, I'm fully invested in that show, right? The Never Ever Met, fully invested. Heart Hustle Houston, fully invested. The Bravo shows, I watch them for y'all. When you're not there, you're here. That this is true. Um, but sincerely, I'm only in the Bravo shows because y'all into the Bravo shows, right? And I do find the thread of fun that I can find for each Bravo show, and then I give y'all my full energy all season. I give y'all my full energy all season. And then once the season is done, I am done. You know what I mean? I don't go back and watch the episodes. You know what I mean? So I feel like that kind of keeps me a fresh content creator in the Bravo content creator sector, if you want to call me that, in the Bravo sector. I think the only time that I ever really was like a Bravo content creator was that Kenya Moore Confessions saga, right? That 3-part saga that you guys saw. Besides that, that was it. You know what I mean? So I don't really cover Bravo like that heavily. I cover a little bit of everything though. So yes, indeed. I was just mentioning to the audience about our Wicked Sunday that we had. It was a great time. No, because here's the thing, right? I believe it's important. And by the way, shout out to some people that were here. I appreciate y'all. I believe it's important to be. I believe it's important to be transparent with your audience, right? I do find a thrill, a joy, and a wonder in the content. You know what I mean? Whenever I'm doing Real Housewives of Potomac, when I'm doing Atlanta, when I'm doing Married to Medicine, I find the joy within that for the season, and I ride it all the way out. But then after that, I do let go of it because, it's just, I get the fandom, I respect it, I know how to maneuver it. But besides that, that's just it. It's just another show to me. You know what I mean? But I sincerely love the amazingness of each show and what they're able to create for a whole season. That does intrigue me quite a great deal. So. I feel like most of the ladies of the Bravo world, if they watched any of the Bravo shows, they would actually really respect my reviews because I actually really don't go that hard. Like, I mean, I go hard, but it's based on the episode. You know what I mean? I don't try to bring up anything of social media unless it relates to the show. You know, I mean, just like Monique Samuels allegedly stepping out with a married person, but we don't know for sure because it seems like he could have been divorced or separated. So when it makes sense to the show, that's when I bring it in to the review. Other than that, I keep it on the episode. But yes, indeed, I will round it up probably to 110, and then we'll head on out, y'all. So. Yeah. Applied for some more jobs today. So hoping one of them comes through soon, man. Like I'm ready for the next chapter. I'm ready for my schedule to be more productively booked, if that makes sense. So I'm ready for that. So yeah. Hey, four people, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Have any of y'all been watching Potomac at all this season or no? If not, it's okay. It's okay. Just making conversation with you guys. Yes, indeed. Well, y'all, as we get ready to get to 1 hour and 10 minutes and head on out of here, I appreciate everybody who came through. Florentin and Phil, thank you so much. Nelson, always good to see you as well. Thank you so much. And three people that are here now and everybody that's come through, thank you so much. With that being said, it is time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special because you are always one blessed. And trust you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why it's one thing to call yourself, it's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I spend time with you. You spend time with me. And hopefully, by spending time together, we'll ride some great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube with your best life, or you're just not being the Stacy and you're being the Tia. Make sure the replay is not just for you watch it, not just for you listen to it, but if you want to experience it again. I love you, I value you, I embrace you all. Always remember, or see love, you gotta give it, or see love, you gotta give it, or see love, you gotta give it, or obstacles you overcome, or success you have achieved upon this particular day. I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, with the world reality TV, just know it is a fantasy, right? That was cut from a moment in time. There is more than just what is shown to you. Just remember that. All right, y'all. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings on the way. For you, me, all of us, as a society, as people, as culture. I feel the love. And I'll send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.